Hi there. Today on this James the Bike Guy, we're going to take a look at the Sram Apex Crankset. So in this box here, we've got the Sram Apex Crankset. This crankset itself is a 50-34 in a 172.5 millimeter length. So let's go ahead and pop the box open so you can see exactly what will come inside. So in the box, the crankset is going to come with that 50-34 chainring. Great looking crankset set here. And if we take a look at it, it's going to be a GXP spindle, so the 24 to 22 millimeter spindle. And it's actually going to come with some really nice chain rings, especially for the price point here. Apex is at the same level as Tiagra as far as cost, but performance-wise, I've found that this Apex group set works really well. You can actually see all of that machining on the chain rings here, and that really ends up with a great riding and great shifting crankset. So we'll go ahead and put the crankset aside. You're also going to come with a bottom bracket here, so let's pop that out. This is a threaded bottom bracket, so that'll go into basically any threaded road frame, and we'll get a weight on this as well. But you can see it's outboard bearings. The bearings will then ride right on the bearing seats on the spindle of the crank and thread right into place. Not too much to talk about there, but let's also go ahead and take a look at our crank arm here. So this is the last piece to the puzzle, and that's going to be the non-drive crank arm. So this actually will mount on the other side of the crankset. And here you can see it's a pretty nice looking crank arm. There's not too much to talk about. This is, you know, solid aluminum. It's not hollow forged or anything like that, but it is a pretty nice looking piece. So with these, you end up with a pretty great looking crankset, and let's go ahead and see exactly what this crankset weighs. So we'll go ahead and place it on our scale here, and the crankset with 50-34 chain rings, so 50 outer tooth, 34 inner tooth, and 172.5 crank arms. The drive side is going to come in at 563 grams. Then we'll go ahead and add our non-drive crank arm, and that's going to bring total crankset weight to 796, which is certainly not a lightweight crank, but considering the cost and the performance you're going to get from it, it's really not too bad. And finally, let's go ahead, take our threaded bottom bracket, which is a nice looking bottom bracket for sure. You can see that overall this is a pretty good looking piece. Place that onto our scale here, and it's going to weigh in at 109 grams.